Okay, so I want to show you how I made something like this emblem or ornament in Onshape. In fact, I've printed one here, and it looks quite good. It's got some depth to it. It's got multiple levels, and you can see it here in the virtual world. And so to do that, let's get started. I'm going to just go ahead and create a new document, and I'm going to call this Ornament 3, like so. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to do is decide which plane I'm going to work on. I'm going to look at this thing top down. All right. So I'm going to go ahead for the moment. I'm just going to hide my front and right, and I'm going to look at it straight down. Now I'm going to create a sketch for me to work on, and I'm going to go ahead and start by creating the frame that I want to put this guy in. And I'm going to ask my students to give me an 80mm sort of maximum size that I want this thing sitting in. This is probably about 50. When I printed it, I wanted to print quickly, so I shrunk it down. So here's 80, and I want to make this ring right here, in this particular case, because I'm going to try to duplicate this on the fly. So I'm going to have another ring inside of it, and I think I'll make that one 75. Okay. So here we go. Now I've got my basic, I want my ornament or my design to fit inside this ring. So I'm going to, for the moment, check that off. Now I'm going to create yet another sketch on this plane. And this is where I'm going to put the image that I'm going to trace. So I'm going to do that by coming over here, and I'm going to insert an image. And I have to import that image. Now I found an image already online. I searched clip art free butterfly, and I pulled it off the web, and I have it right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put it right, oh sorry, I got to select it first, and then we're going to put it right here. I'm going to close that. Okay, so now I need this guy to fit inside my ring. I want the wingtips in this ring right here. So let me go ahead and scale this guy down, and if I don't do this real quick, I'm going to pause it. So I'm going to hit the transform. I definitely need to bring it down quite a bit, and I'm going to move it on over. I think I need to bring it in some more, and let's get it maybe something like that. Let's see what it looks like. Well, I actually need a little bit. Let me pause it, and I'm going to do the details because I want these parts of the wings also on here. So I might have to fiddle with it for a moment. But give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got it. And so now I'm going to click off on that. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go back to my original sketch. I'm going to add this hole for the hanging it and this little place down here to put a little information on. So I'm going to zoom out on that. We're going to work back on sketch 1. I'm going to double click it. And now I want to put myself a construction line, I think. And I want it to be right down the middle, like so. Alright. And then I think what I want to do is I want to do a 3-point arc. And I'm going to start at about, maybe about there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing it over until that little blue dot is right on top of my construction line, and I'll know I'm pretty straight. Okay, that's good. Pull it down. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, hit enter. And now I'm going to go ahead and put a hole right about here. Alright, that looks good. And let's take and clean up some of this stuff here. We're going to cut that, and we're going to cut that. Okay, now I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to put a little bit of a line here, maybe something like that. And then I'm going to use an arc. Sorry. This one here. Click it there. Click it there. I don't know, something like that. Looks good to me. Okay, excellent. And now I think what I want to do is I'm going to mirror that on the other side. So let me click this, and I'm going to select my mirror line is right there, and I'm going to mirror that and mirror that. And we are done with the mirror. And now I'm going to go ahead and select my construction line and delete that. And the next thing is just to cut away that arc right there. Okay, I think I've got that pretty much finished off. Let's click that. And you can see our butterfly, everything fits beautifully. So now it's time to start printing out the outline of the butterfly itself. So once again, I'm going to create myself a new sketch on the top plane. And let's zoom on in here. And I'm going to use the spline tool. And you can actually make these, you have to click for some points, and you can edit. Oops, wait, I don't want to do this one right now. I'm so sorry. I want to do the outside. Okay, so let's get out here. We're going to start on the outside of the wing, and we'll put a few points because we can curve them, and we can actually move these points. We'll be able to reselect those spots. All right, now what I want to do is try to avoid actually getting it stuck on a line. I can delete those points, but it'd be better off to just avoid it right from the get-go. Like, I don't want to click that. If it turns orange, it's going to get stuck there. And then I have to go back and delete that point. And I just don't want to do that. So if it does turn orange and you inadvertently click, well, it's not the end of the world. You can go back and select it and delete it, but I'm just going to try to avoid it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause right now because I'm just going to trace around this wing kind of quickly, and I'll show you when I get done. I'll be right back. Okay, so I quickly trimmed around it. Didn't spend a huge amount of time on detail, but it's good enough for what I'm doing right now. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this area, and I'm going to raise it up, I think 3 millimeters, something like that. That looks good. And then I want to come back and I want to select just that region right there, and I'm going to raise it up 2 millimeters. Okay. And you can see already, if I go ahead now and hide my sketch, that we're getting there. Okay, it's already looking pretty good. So now let's go ahead and do the inlays of the wings. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on again. Actually, for the moment, I'm going to hold it off. So I'm up 3 millimeters. So I'm going to select this region, and I'm going to make a new sketch plane on the surface of the already extruded wings. Okay, so I'm going to put a new sketch surface right there, and then I'm going to turn on this drawing plane, and I'm going to do the same thing you guys told me to do just a minute ago, but now I'm going to focus on these parts right here. So once again, I'm not going to make you watch me do this. I'm going to pause it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done these two, and I'm going to save some time here. I'm going to go ahead and create myself a construction line. So I selected this and this. I'm going to run it right down the middle, like so. And I'm going to, I think just, oops, I don't want to do that. I want to mirror it. Sorry. I'm going to click on mirror. Here's my mirror line, and I'm going to choose this and that. Okay, and we're going to hope that that's good enough. And I'm going to escape my mirror, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete my construction line. Come on, there we go. And we're going to say that is done. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to select this, 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 and this, and we're going to extrude it. We're going to remove material, and we're going to remove, say, 1 millimeter from it. And we're going to say, OK. And now, when I hide my image, all right, we're getting much, much, much closer. Okay. So now the last thing I think I want to do in my remaining couple of minutes is I'm going to add a body to it here. Okay. So I'm going to look at it top down. zoom back in a bit. We're going to add our image back in so we can see it. I'm going to select this surface one more time. Alright. I could actually put it on the same one. No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and select the surface, and I'm going to add a new sketch. And now I'm going to put some kind of a body on this thing. So we'll start I don't know, start down here, bring it up, curve it out a little bit. Well, I'm not doing a very good symmetrical job, but that's all right. All right. Give that a moment. It's taking a while to, web is running a little slow. Let me pause it. Okay, so we don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that's good enough. And I'm going to select our new little region right there. And I'm going to extrude it up 1 millimeter, like so. Okay. Once again, I'm going to hide that. Now I'm going to come in here. Let's rotate this a little bit more. And I want to select just that top ridge because I think I want to use a little bit of a fillet on there. Ooh, that worked out really nice. See how I got it rounded the edges? I think we're good with that. So we've kind of cleaned up his body a little bit. And the last thing we want to do is just to put some kind of emblem on it. Okay? So I'm going to zoom back down. I'm going to choose this surface, and I'm going to add a new sketch. And then from there, I'm going to choose the text tool, and let's put in there 2023, something like that. And boy, it's running slow. Let me pause it while it chews on this. Okay, looks good. Let's take that. Let's select our 2023, and let's bring it up. Oh, I don't know. How about, you know what? Let's bring it in. Let's take it in. Let's remove. This is different than what I did before, but I think it'll look good. We're going to remove 1 millimeter. And it's going to be inset. And there you have it. Okay? Not my finest work, but for less than 15 minutes, I think it looks pretty good. And of course, from here, you can select it all, and you can export it as your STL file. So hopefully you found this to be entertaining and educational, and I will see you guys again soon. All right, bye.